My Soulmate's a Slime by admay19 Predator Rimuru. The Majin, upon seeing the incoming attack, quickly laid out his defense, striking the ground once more. Tremors caused the dirt to split and crack more powerful than the first, as the rays of the magic circles hidden undergrounds peeked through the gaps. Maya and Natsu instantly felt their bodies weakening, their powers being drained, paired by the Majin's laughter just before them. Gray and Urza were on the same situation, the force so strong that they couldn't fight against it. Notice. Magic circles are drawn from an ancient vampire king, its powers uncomparable. It's a lost magic that this Majin has managed to acquire. Rimuru's eyes widens at that. Lost magic. It's believed to be forbidden due to its immense powers that bring so much calamity, catastrophe, disaster, you name it. No one has found it in years. Not even to the likes of them. So if this boss Majin has found one, then it really is bad news. Not that it works against him, but this could bring down even the strongest of them, unless they have the same set of skills that he has. Rimuru-sama, maybe I should go aid them, Noir asks him worriedly, but he only raised a hand to stop him. This could bring you down, Noir. Don't worry, we'll be fine. Ranga suddenly whimpered, his eyes closing, catching both their attention. Warning. Magic Circle's power absorber is reaching up this high, Raphael informed him, and his heart lurched at that. Noir seems fine for now, but there is no telling what will happen if they be exposed far too long. Making up his mind, Rimuru leapt up with his wings opening in the air. Ranga, hide in my shadow. Noir, top priority order. Go check the condition of the evacuated elves and help Wendy, Lucy and the Exceeds if needed. Yes, sir. Ranga then dashed back to his shadow while Noir was covered in black mist, disappearing in the process. Now then. He looked down just in time to see Maeva pulling Urza and Gray inside of the force field she had casted upon herself. She wasn't affected one bit, and that made him curious. Notice. It appears, Maeva is using your shared skills, thus she isn't affected. The ruler smirked at that. Oh right, they have that now. Seeing Urza and Gray really drained from what happened, he then flew straight down, entering the force field with ease. Rest easy, he said before any one of them could speak. They could only watch silently when he pulled out full potions and handed it to them. Drink them, it'll replenish your energy and powers, he instructed. The wizards did so without hesitation, just as Rimuru flew back out quickly towards Natsu and Maya. Angered at the fact that he has seen Maya this helpless, he threw the Majin one death glare. You'll pay for this dearly. Snapping his fingers, an array of barriers suddenly surrounded them, cutting off the effects of the magic circle, surprising the Majin in turn. Just wait for a while, Majin, I'll play with you soon, he tells him, voice filled with menace. The said Majin shivered at the warning, but as if he'd showed that weakness. Maya was already unconscious and Natsu was holding her, barely fighting off the lethargic effect himself. The Tempest ruler then crouched down, letting Maya drink the potion first. He was about to hand one to Natsu only to be surprised. This Alvarez prince is piping hot, literally, Raphael? You are correct. Natsu stopped the magic circle's effects on his body by burning it. With his suspicions confirmed, Rimuru stared at Natsu for a moment, still in disbelief. He burned it. He burned the effect. Just how strong is this dragon slayer? Physically, emotionally and mentally. It takes guts to do that. But it also taught him one thing. Smiling at the thought, he nudged Natsu, who was still breathing heavily. The said prince looked at him only to get a watery potion smack him on the face. Act. What is your deal, huh? Stopping himself mid-sentence, he looked back at Rimuru, who nodded at him. Yup. Not only did it heal your wounds, it restored your powers as well. Natsu looked at his hands and wiggled his fingers. I see. I didn't know you were a renowned doctor as well, huh? Rimuru shrugged with a small smile. That is what people tells me. Natsu grins back before looking at Maya still unconscious on his lap. Don't worry, she's fine. But it's better to let her rest for now. As for me, the king stood up and stretched. I've got a Majin to teach a lesson. Oi, he's my opponent. Leave him to me. Natsu chides, making him chuckle. Talk about being stubborn. You'd do well if not for this magic circles. Stay here, I'll play with him. Getting out of the barrier, he maneuvered towards the Majin unseen. The boss at the moment was busy absorbing all the powers provided by the magic circles that he didn't even notice a presence approaching him. All right, that is enough. Rimuru activated his barrier, encasing the Majin with it and cutting off the transfer of power. Surprised at what happened, the boss turns to him in rage. What in the world have you done? This? Well, just thought it isn't right to take what belongs to others without their consent, so yeah, I'll return them back for ya. The Majin raged at that. You can't just come here and take all of my hard work away, you scoundrel. Die. With a leap, the Majin turned into his disastrous form right away and charged at Rimuru. The king sighed. And here I thought I could a play while longer, it can't be helped then. He turns into his slime form just as the Majin tried swiping his claws at him. Roaring at the mishap, he blasted an incredible amount of magic at him in an aim to destroy him whole. Over here. Rimuru taunts, jumping on his head, here, and here. The slime jumped on any parts of the Majin's transformed body, toying with him. How dare you treat me like this? The Majin cries out, frustrated and quite humiliated. An opening. Yosh. Natsu heads up. Shifting back into his human form, Rimuru kicked the Majin hard on the head and he was sent flying towards Natsu, who quickly aimed a blazing punch on the Majin's face. Rimuru dives in and took an unconscious Maya out of there. Natsu and the Majin was now engrossed in a heated battle, with the wizard not giving any leeway to his opponent. He delivered punches after punches with occasional kicks and even a headbutt. Ohu! Look at him go! Gray chuckled, watching from the other barrier just as Rimuru flew in and laid Maya down gently. Is she fine? The obvious worry was laced on Maeva's voice, earning a small smile from her soulmate. It's better if she rest for now, but she is a-okay. Rimuru winked at her before turning back to the fight. Wait, if this Majin is this strong, how come you easily toyed him like that? Urza asked, confused and genuinely curious. Huh? Oh well, I know it's not my fight, so I turned to my slime form and avoided clashing fist with him. Had I not done that, I would have just devoured him, the slime admitted, and Gray's eyes twitched. Devour him? Dude, are you for real? Rimuru scratched the back of his head sheepishly. Yes, actually. I have a predator skill that can consume anything. Kind of not on the sanitary side, but it's how it is, he. Gray and Urza exchanged unsure glances. They have seen that kind of skill, but with this king, it for sure has 10 times the effect. I guess it's really surprising to some, the Tempest ruler says, seeing the reaction of his new friends. Yeah, no kidding. Gray nods and Rimuru chuckled awkwardly, only to abruptly stop. Okay. Task at hand. Gray, do me a favor. Yeah, what do you need, man? Freeze these freaking grounds for me. What for? Rimuru smirked. It's time to eat. Gray quickly turns to Maeva, silently asking what her soulmate intends to do, but the lady only nods at him, encouraging him to just do it. The ice wizard then placed his hands on the dirt, about to do as told, when a sudden impact had him flying to the other side of the barrier. Sputtering, he got up, about to yell at Natsu for crashing the Majin at him, but stopped himself, seeing the all beat up boss. Natsu stands there glaring at the Majin whilst his fists are giving off remnants of his battle. The Alvarez prince, still raging, suddenly roared, his fire shaking the grounds as he engulfed them all with the hungry flames, destroying the magic circles in the process. Hey Natsu! Hold back! Urza yells, but Natsu was too far gone to listen. Rimuru, seeing that, quickly took action, shifting into his slime form and bursting out of the barrier, taking everyone's attention with him. He could easily use his other ultimate skill, but he wants Raphael to analyze the lost magic thoroughly, so he resorted to this method. Breaking into his predator skill, he liquidifies, hovering over the fiery grounds like one large blanket. A bright glow sparked out as soon as his slime body made contact with the dirt, and devouring all of the magic circles planted underneath the surface. You got to be kidding me, Gray say in disbelief, watching the scene unfold before them. Natsu finally calmed down, his eyes now locked on his new brother-in-law. Rimuru resumed his small slime form afterwards and bounced with a yip. He looked towards the group, grinning as he gave them a big thumbs up. All safe. Silence. Arr? Before the storm. Natsu and Gray run to slime Rimuru, picking him up and began bombarding him with questions. Not you too? Rimuru quivered, feeling his slime body stretch as the wizards began pulling, their hold and strength tripled compared to Xian and Shuna. He has pain nullification, but he's still scared of being ripped in half. No. Let go. He wiggled profusely, and fortunately, the duo catched on to his dilemma. Ah, sorry, they say in unison, letting him go, and he dropped to the ground, breathing in relief. He could almost fuse himself back if he is ripped, but it still is a nasty experience. Maeva walked closer, picking up her soulmate in her arms before sighing, looking at the damage the battle has caused. Natsu, overboard? She was all for scolding her brother, but would he listen anyways? Nope. Can't help it, sis. That twat angered me so much, was the only answer she received. She sighed once more before lifting her left hand, palm up. The earth gemstone appeared floating above her palm. Please fix what's damaged, she commanded simply, and the stone did her bidding. Lights glowed everywhere, but everyone's used to it anyway. The cracks mended, houses were rebuilt, and the trees uprooted were replanted. Now it's Rimuru's turn to be in awe. Had he known it's this easy to rebuild, he could have made effort to find his soulmate better. Not that he'd known he has a soulmate though. Rimuru-sama, we're taking the elves back, Noir tells him through thought communication. Oh, right. This mission is done. Yes. You can come back, Noir.